going down, all right? The super middleweight championship is on the line. Canelo Alvarez and William Skull. They're going to have a press conference today to promote this undisputed 168-pound championship fight May 3rd in Riyadh. And the fighter of a generation, one of the true faces of the sport, joins us right now. Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, what's up? It's Peter Rosenberg and Juanito. How are you, man?
I'm good, thank you. Great to be with you guys.
Great to have you, man. It's feeling like, I'm curious to get your perspective. You're announcing the fight today. We also know that that's going to be a crazy weekend in general with Fatal Fury also here in New York. It feels like, plus the news we got yesterday, do you feel like there's something happening in the world of boxing right now, like some real momentum for the sport?
Yes, it's a lot of changes. A lot of changes in the boxing world. But it's good for boxing, and I'm here. I'm here, and I'm glad to be here. Another promotion for a fight, and excited to see what is coming.
Do you have any mixed feelings? How do you feel about leaving North America for the first time for a fight?
My whole career was here in America, right? But now I'm gonna experience something different, and that's motivate myself really, because it's something new for me, for my career, and at this moment of my career, I think is good, and I feel great about that.
Yesterday's press conference, or the 2 days before press conference at Times Square, I was mentioned to catch up with Ryan Garcia, and he's overcome a great year of recovery. And he mentioned that he's favoring you in this fight with Skull, which is good to hear. What are your thoughts on Ryan Garcia's comeback of recovery, being a new person? He's more calmer, but he's just looking forward for this fight happening on May 2nd in Times Square.
No, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to see Ryan like today, in his focus for the fight, focus on the life. We like Ryan, we like Ryan, and I'm very happy to see him focus on his life.
So I got to ask you about the big news yesterday that came out of Saudi Arabia. Nick Khan and Dana White heading over there to come together and form this potentially great opportunity with Turkey, and to have a new boxing organization that would exist under TKO. What do you make of this new potential situation with TKO in boxing?
If it's good for boxing, I'm happy. If it's good for the fighters, for the promotion of the fighters, and if it is good for boxing, I'm glad to hear that. I'm pretty sure Turki Alashi is gonna do good things for boxing, like with Dana White and Nick Khan too. So I'm very very happy to hear that and see that.
Have you often felt the same frustration that a lot of fans have had with boxing, with sort of the alphabet of it all, the different federations? Is the idea of having one sort of concerted effort like the UFC, where fans can kind of follow along a ranking system, is that an idea that appeals to you generally?
I don't mind. I adapt myself to the rules of boxing, and I really enjoy everything. So I can't say bad things about that. But if it is good for boxing, these new how can I say, these new rules, I think it's good. No, everybody's gonna adapt themselves to these new rules. I adapt myself to the other rules, so to the old rules, and I'm happy. I can't say bad things about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked. You've had a good run either way, and it would be exciting to see you be a part of something new. But you officially have not. You don't know what your next fight is after May. You have nothing set in stone yet, correct?
After May, we don't freezes May, no, and I don't see other fight there. So I'm focused 100% on William School because he's a good fighter. He's champion for a reason, and I need to beat him first to see other fights, right? My focus is on him 100%, and then we see.
Were we close to getting a Paul fight? Can you take us through what happened there? How realistic was a Jake Paul fight for you, Canelo? Because it was mixed feelings. In some ways, people thought, no, it's beneath Canelo. And then I think there are other people who thought, I'd like to see Canelo kick Jake Paul's ass. How close were we to something happening?
Yeah, I think everybody wants to see me beat Jake Paul, but I think I thought about it for a minute, and we agreed to the promoters go and see what the numbers there for that fight in May. But in a moment I say, it's I think that event, because I don't call like a fight, I call like an event. That event can need to wait. It's not the moment to do that kind of events in this moment of my career. I think at the end of my career, when I'm retired, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Do you see anything in Jake Paul talent-wise? Has he impressed you at all, or you see it still as a novelty?
He's focused. He's focused on boxing. He's disciplined. We need to credit him about that. Maybe he's more disciplined than other fighters, and we need to give credit about that. But as a fighter, it's very difficult to say. That's why if you call me like a fight with Jake Paul, for me it's difficult to say a fight. For me, it's like more an event, like a fight.
You've been fighting for so many years. You've been in the hearts and the eyes of many people in the U.S. and Mexico. Recently, you went down to Mexico to visit the president, and you endorsed her. What can we expect down the line? More fights in Mexico? You definitely endorse Presidente Sheinbaum.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that with Turkalashi if we have the opportunity to make more fights, big fights in Mexico. I'm glad to help and bring those big fights.
What to you? I know obviously your focus is Skull in May, and it has to be because obviously you need to win that fight and unify here and be undisputed. What do you think is out there as the biggest possible fight still for Canelo Alvarez?
I don't know. Every fight of Canelo Alvarez is big. So, but there is something. Maybe there is something. We'll see. Everybody is talking about with Crawford in September. It's not their secret, but like I say, I'm focused 100% on William School on May because it's boxing. It's boxing, and you need to be focused on the next.
100%, and obviously, yeah, there's rumors about Crawford and you in September. That would obviously be a mega fight, to say the least, that we would love to see. There was a big fight over this last weekend in Brooklyn. I'm sure you watched. Did Gervonta Davis take a knee, and should he have been deducted a point, and in the end lost that fight to Roach, in your opinion?
Yeah, in my opinion, if it was a draw, they need to come he take a knee. You need to lose like 10-8 that round at least, no? And plus the corner go up and put it a towel in the face. That's a disqualification for sure. But it's not my business.
But I appreciate your insight, just as someone who knows the game so well. So
obviously, I'm talking about the rules, but it's not my business.
Right, exactly. No, well, listen, the rules are the rules. I think most people felt the way you did, honestly. I mean, regardless of what Gervonta's intention was, he clearly went down to a knee. That's just what happened. So whether it's a mistake or not, it's unfortunately what happened. So we have that huge weekend coming up, May 3rd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. William Skull, Canelo Alvarez. That's going to be big. And of course, as Juanito mentioned earlier, the huge Fatal Fury event happening the same weekend here in Times Square, which is going to be fascinating, featuring Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and others. Are there any other young fighters in the sport that you're really excited to see and you potentially have your eye on right now?
Yeah, obviously, I like to see Ryan Garcia, Gervonta, Teofimo. I like to see, obviously, Marco Verde is coming from Mexico too. So there's a lot of good young fighting coming up.
And Juanito referenced this earlier. Do you feel that Ryan Garcia is truly in a better space? Because there really was a time, man, where mentally from the outside, what you saw was very worrisome behavior. You really think he's in a better mental space now?
Yeah, what I saw before when I saw him in the gym with Eddie and he worked out into the gym, I saw him different, better. So we here to support Ryan and we like Ryan and I hope he keep doing good.
Canelo, we always appreciate so much that you and your team make time for us. You're one of the absolute icons of the sport, one of the biggest names in pro sports, period. And we will be excited to watch you fight May 3rd in Riyadh against William Skull. Good luck, and we will see you down the road. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Have a good day.
Can we get a Viva Mexico Cabrones? Can we get one of those?
Viva Mexico, cabrones!